Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike, and this championship basketball video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company.
This Long Beach Poly Girls basketball season has been documentary quality, and that's why they get one last dance on Saturday in the CIF State SoCal Division I Regional against Rosary.
There's a bit of a history between these teams, and the Jackrabbits just one short week since Kalea Bugs and the rest of the squad ran past Esperanza in the Division I CIF Championship. Carl Bugs finding some new ways to motivate his team for a state bracket with no state final.
And they're gonna play Royals out of Rosary, who've got some impressive ballers over there. But this Poly team has just been getting better and better as the season got longer. And honestly, never would have thought we'd be videoing this game in May.
No, they've gotten better every game, every week, every day. And simply put, this first quarter was just really high-quality high school girls basketball, finding all kinds of ways to score. Rosary made 2 of their first 4 3-point attempts. And then Bugs is going to take over like she did just about a week ago. Drains a 3 from the top of the key.
Next trip down the floor, she's going to find an open Simone Morris, getting her day started with a triple of her own. Morris had just a great game and move of the night. How about the Hezzy drive-by and then Jelly? Poly up 17-8 at the end of the first.
Nice start for the Jackrabbits, and as we go to the start of the second, I mean, it was a lot of defense. Kind of defense stacked on top of itself. Game looked like it was being played in a phone booth, which is just what Bugs and the Jackrabbits want when they're on their home floor.
They get a nice little 5-second call right here. Yeah, you're right, Mike. It was like one of those collect calls that just keeps ringing and just keeps ringing because nobody's available to get it. A lot of Poly going this way, a lot of stoppages. Part of that defensive intensity extends to rebounding, and the Rabbits were chairpersons of the board as well. Lily Bugs getting a little putback right there.
Obviously, they're so good when they're getting offensive boards. And then Morris, the nice mid-range jumper. She was also defending Rosary's best player. A really great two-way game from Morris.
And then highlight of the night goes to KB, who's got all the toys to spin it, bop it, twist it, score it. Poly up 26-12 at the break.
12 points in the first half is a pretty good defensive performance, but big shouts to Rosary's Kaylee Bion, her 14 points. Definitely a baller, but Morris was just all over her for most of this game, and she never really got going.
Yeah, Bug saw her make one of those shots and was like, that's quite enough. Double stuffed Oreo on the block. Look, Ma, 2 hands. And then another block for good measure on that 3-point attempt. She does a little bit of everything, including facilitate every single one of her teammates, as you'll see right here.
Kalea Gentle, one of those players we've talked about who's really improved a lot over the course of the season. And then Kalea can do it herself as well with the stop, pop, drop.
And I love this play. As they say in soccer, straight off the training pitch that.
Yeah, go right back to her. Definitely caught Rosary asleep at the wheel right there for an easy deuce. And then Nala Williams on the block showing off the footwork. She is the only one of the starters who will be back next year, so always good to see her get it going. Poly up 41-21 after 3.
Everyone getting their shine. Morris, 3 of her 18 right there. That's exactly what you want from a team winning its final game, right? Everybody getting some love, and it wasn't just individual efforts. They were still moving the ball around with unselfish ease, and they played the recipe, man. Good defense, good ball movement, good effort. It tastes like a championship helping for dinner.
And it was a double heaping, their second championship in a week. The starters are going to get their goodbye together, just like how they walked into this season. But the coaches able to develop a bench, able to bring those starters along enough to the point where the green and gold are back atop the Division I mountain. Poly wins it 58-28 in a really, really impressive season in this COVID year.
Impressive season? How about an impressive playoff run? They just ran roughshod over this Division I bracket where, like I said a couple months ago, they maybe looked like a top 20 team?
Yeah, and instead they played such great defense. Only one team scored more than 50 points against them, and that was in a 28-point win over Esperanza. Half the teams they played did not get to 40 points on these Jackrabbits. Really, really impressive stuff, and great to see them go out with smiles and a win.
Thanks to all of our sponsors, including Ocean Law Center. And if you want to continue to follow everything Long Beach sports, you continue to support the562.org.